All right, well, thank you. We don't have long, so you guys, I realize the mind, how do we turn this off? Can we turn that thing off? I realize the mind can absorb only what the rear can endure, right? So I'm going to give you like a 45-minute speech in 10 minutes. Can y'all listen that fast? Because I do want to give you a few things since I came from Dallas this morning. So I'm going to try to talk fast, but what I'm going to talk about can be life-changing for you guys. I've got 5 quick points, but first, for the guests in the room, I'm a high school basketball coach. I coached for 16 years there right outside of Dallas in a place called Garland. I loved it. I did it with a passion. I felt like I helped some kids, never made much money. Finally decided the Mavericks, Lakers, Hawks, Spurs, none of those NBA teams were going to call me. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do to change my financial picture, and a friend of mine showed me Stream. I didn't understand all that stuff. I just kept thinking, gee, it might work. I mean, that literally was what I was thinking. I mean, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm thinking that might work. So I decided to give it a shot. I'd wasted a couple $100 on worse things, right? So I thought, you know, I'm going to give this thing a shot. I got in goal, make $1,000 a month. I thought, boy, if I can make $1,000 a month, it'll help me pay some bills. So I started talking to people, got a couple of yeses, got a few nos, but it started growing. Took me 6 months, went to the mailbox, and there was a comma. I was pumped up. But I used to go to church with a man named Zig Ziglar, and Zig would always say, go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you're going to be able to see a little further. Well, when we got it to 1,000 a month, I could see 3,000. We got it to 3,000 a month, I could see 5, and then 10, then 20. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't say anything bragging, but because of Stream, not because of me, I've been blessed to make a few $1 million with this thing. So when I say we can make some money, you can make some money, ladies and gentlemen. Now, real quick, understand, I came from the ghettos in southeast Dallas. I had no dad. My mama worked in a sewing factory. There were 2 murders and a rape within 7 houses of me. They confiscated 500 pounds of marijuana from across the street. I saw more drugs and violence as a kid than I care to remember. The reason I say that, it doesn't matter where we come from, it matters where we end up. So we've got to understand that. All right. I've got 5 quick points. One, the first thing I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, is if you really want to change your life, and I'm assuming if you've been sitting here for an hour and a half, you want to do something, huh? So I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to take you making a decision. Success doesn't just happen by chance, ladies and gentlemen. Success happens because you decide you're going to be successful. And I'm going to give you 5 keys that I think it takes to be successful. 1, make a decision that the buck stops here. You know, as I travel the country and see streamers from all over the world, I see people that always making excuses. Well, I can't do it because of this or that or the other. You know, I'm from the wrong side of the tracks. We've been poor. We've been this. We've been that. You know, ladies and gentlemen, all that is an excuse. We've got to look in the mirror and say, if it's to be, it's up to me. You know, I'm going to ask you to repeat something real quick for me. I'll say it first, and you say it after me. I made my last excuse yesterday.
I made my last excuse yesterday.
All right, now let's say it like we mean it. I made my last excuse yesterday.
I made my last excuse yesterday.
I tell you what, if you leave here and take that one little piece of advice, you'll be surprised at what all you can accomplish with your life. Because if you're anything like me, I used to be great at making excuses. We've got to understand that the buck stops with us. And yeah, you're right. Some of us have higher hurdles to get over. I wish I'd had a dad. I wish I'd have grown up with something besides 2 pair of blue jeans and a couple of t-shirts to wear. I wish a lot of things had been a little bit different. I can't change that though. But I could change where I ended up, and that's what I decided to do. See, when something in your life's not exactly like you want it to be, you can either get bitter or you can get better. I decided to get better. Ladies and gentlemen, the buck stops with you, and you need to understand that. Let's quit making those excuses. Number 2, make a decision to grow as a person. I don't have time to go into all the stuff I usually go into, but this is such a key for all of us. When I was in college, I was on the Just Get Me Out of Here program. I knew I had to have a degree to coach, but I didn't want to tax my brain cells too much. My theory on life's a whole lot different now. My philosophy now is I'm a lifelong learner. I'm always trying to learn. I went to my cousin, the only cousin I've got, one cousin out of a huge family that's successful, and I asked Manny, I said, Manny, what do I need to do? I want to be successful like you are. And Manny looked at me and he said, Presley, you got to understand something. That if you want more, you've got to become more. It's about us growing as a person. See, we don't chase success. We attract success by the person we become. You need to read a little bit. Read 10 pages a day in a year. That's 3,650 pages. That's 15 to 20 books. Could we all read 10 pages in a day if we thought it was important? Yes, we could. Number 2, as you're driving around, instead of listening to the negative stuff on the radio, why don't we get us some audio books on our phone and let's listen to that as we're driving around. I've got audio books on my phone, and as I'm driving around, I'm not listening to the junk, I'm listening to good stuff, good books. You know, and at night, instead of watching that time-wasting electronic income reducer that a lot of people call a TV, I call it a time-wasting electronic income reducer. I'm telling you what, like, here's my theory on TVs, Ryan. Here's what I think about TV. I don't want to watch millionaires having fun. I want to be a millionaire having fun. And we're not going to be a millionaire having fun if we're watching that TV. National average is about 6 hours a day. Ladies and gentlemen, instead of that, get your iPad out or your computer out or your smartphone, and at night before you go to bed, how about let's watching some personal growth giants? How about a little Les Brown or Zig Ziglar or Stephen Covey or Joyce Myers? How about some of those folks and put some good stuff in our head instead of the junk? And my last one on growing is we need to run with winners, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody in this room, you know winners, and everybody in this room knows losers. Yes or yes? Yes, we do. I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying you kick the losers totally out of your life, but we stop spending near as much time with them. One of my loser buddies called, I still love him. I'll still tell him I love him. But if he wants to go hang out and run around and do stuff I don't need to be doing, I can't do that anymore. That's right. So I just kind of don't do as much stuff with those guys anymore. And the winners in my life, the winners like in this room, I spend more time with them because that rubs off on me and I realize I can do amazing things. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm challenging you. We got to grow as a person. We got to make a decision that we're going to be more. Number 3, make a decision, and you'll love this, Winchell. Make a decision to be a person of action. You know, we can have team of action. You know, I think we're all kind of team of action. We're all, you know, I agreed. Who was that talking that said, you know, I'm part of all the teams. You know, I'm part of all of them. I'm helping anybody and everybody. But I'm telling you one thing. I love their slogan because, guys, get this. We can have the greatest dreams, and boy, I'm going to do this and this and this, and boy, I'm going to live in this house, and I'm going to do all this stuff, and boy, oh, you just watch my smoke, you know, I mean, I'm just going to kill this thing. That's all great, and we need to be thinking like that, but if you don't put any action with it, it don't mean squat. See, I would rather you do one little bitty thing than have these great big dreams and not do anything. Yeah, you got that right, sister. She read my speech, huh? You know, I'm telling you right now, yeah, we all want dreams. I'm not saying don't dream. We do. I'll tell you that's huge. And you need to write them down before you go to bed, what you're wanting to accomplish. But you got to understand, start doing something. Robert went over the quick start training, you know, but I can summarize all that up. You know, all that's good. And you need to learn how to sign up and do all that. I mean, all that's great. But you know what? If you want to make some money in this business, you know what we need to do? We plug in, we set appointments, and we show the plan. And show the plan, and show the plan, and show the plan, and show the plan, and get sick of showing the plan, but we keep showing the plan and showing the plan. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't take special ability to make money in this company. It takes action. You got to get your butt out there and do something. And the doing something is showing the plan. And if they don't want to be your business partner, get them as your customer. We all get a handful of customers. And then we build a team of people that get a handful of customers. I'm not saying that anything's wrong with getting 300-400 customers. That isn't what I wanted to do. You can make a few $1,000s doing that. I wanted to make millions. So you make the millions by building a team of people that get a handful of customers. So ladies and gentlemen, show the plan and show the plan and show the plan. And it doesn't matter. Just keep showing the plan and you'll get tired of showing the plan. And you're going to have good days and bad days, good weeks and bad weeks. It doesn't matter. Just keep showing the plan. And all of a sudden, boom, you'll run into a Dr. Terry Young. Yeah. Or you'll run into a Winchell Ellibert. Or you'll run into a Myron Freeman. Or you'll run into, you get it? Yeah. If they're out there, you just got to keep showing the plan and showing the plan. All right, we need to make a decision that the buck stops here. We need to make a decision to grow as a person. We need to make a decision to be a person of action. And then I'm really having to work on this one, but we need to make a decision to be passionate. We got to work on it. Where's Robert? Robert Bell, you still in here? Where's Robert Bell? Did he walk out? He's got to work on this. if you'll get fired up, people will come from miles around to watch you burn. There's something to that. Ladies and gentlemen, most people, if we were honest with ourselves, most of us got trapped into leading a life we never intended to live. Amen or oh me? I know I did. Before Stream came along, it was not the life I was thinking of. I didn't think I was going to be fighting bankruptcy and foreclosure and worrying about how to pay the bills. That was never how I planned my life out. But if we were honest with ourselves, most of us are not doing what our passion is. Most of us are just kind of getting by. We've just settled. Guys, I'm telling you, if we're just getting by and settling, life is pretty dull and boring, I'm telling you. Yeah. We don't want to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't care how old or young you are right now. It doesn't matter. We all just need to forget what we have been doing in the past and make a change. Because if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. Yeah. Guys, Stream works. Stream is the real deal. It's been around 14 years, and did you read that stat on there? I think it's still up there where we paid out like $400 million to people like us. It works, but you've got to get focused and do some of the stuff I'm talking about and some of the stuff the leaders have talked about. You got to start doing it, and you got to get passionate about it. And it kills me. People go, well, what's my brother-in-law going to think? Who cares what your brother-in-law thinks? I mean, let's think this through. I hear people all the time say, oh, I hate to bother people. Thank the Lord somebody bothered me, huh? Is there anybody in here that thanks the Lord somebody bothered them with this business called Stream? Quit thinking that you're bothering people. We're offering them an opportunity. If they don't want to take it, that's their business. I need 15 minutes of your time. If you're not into this, if this doesn't float your boat, I'll never say another word about it. And that's how I work my business. I need about 15 minutes, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and either you're interested or you're not, and I'll move to the next person. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to understand, we got to get excited. Do you think Bill Gates got excited about Microsoft? Yeah. I bet he was pretty passionate about that thing as he was making billions of dollars. Or Michael Dell, or how about Mary Kay with Mary Kay products? And you can just go down the list. Jeff Bezos with Amazon. I bet they were pretty pumped up about their business. I bet they were kind of into it. I'm going to tell you this. Listen to me right now. Everybody look up here. It's not when you sign up for Stream. It's when Stream gets in you. See, it's not when you get into Stream. It's when Stream gets back into you. And all of a sudden you start not caring. Because I'm going to tell you what. All those people you're scared to talk to, are they going to make your mortgage payment for you? No. Are they going to send your kids to college? Are they going to take care of your parents when they're old? Are they going to do any of that stuff for us? No. Why do I care what they think?